Okay. So, could drop anywhere. We're going to do I suppose what we're going to do is, let me check, make sure. Drop anywhere. We're going to do all right, yeah. We've got sound. We got sound. Sorry if I seem a little subdued today, and I'm not doing like crazy stuff. I have babysitted an animal for family members, and holy crap, I did not realize how much I had forgotten how difficult it was to take care of a dog. I don't have one anymore. But oh dear God, I forgot how difficult dogs were to take care of. So I think what I want to do, one that's really fun, is I want to drop on maybe the moon, and we could do that. Cause it's just a vanilla run. That's all this is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the moon. Two people already watching already. Took Thorson's advice over at Pirate Software. He said, if you're going to do streaming, do it regularly. So we're doing regular streaming. Welcome to your regularly streaming program of Space Engineers. We're currently doing vanilla on Space Engineers. Everything load up here. Try this thing. All right, now let's see what kind of systems we got. I got ore detector, spotlight A. Let's grab both of those and throw them into a deal. Also, leave in the comments anything you'd like to see me play live, because I got some cool games. We'll be checking those out. Let's see. Also, the wheels, and we'll use parking brake for the wheels. I have a new system for lights. Let's go ahead and grab that group. Put them here. We're going to toggle that block on and off. I can't really tell. Did I just turn them on? Yeah, your name? Yeah, they're on. We just haven't done anything with them yet. Okay, so for those who are wondering, I decided y'all were really liking the Red Ship Crash stream that I was doing of me playing the Red Ship. I thought, screw it. We'll go ahead and we'll just do Space Engineers. Do a run on Space Engineers. Whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Hold up, let me get myself back in here. Push the wrong dang button. There we go. So, what we're doing here is I am just going to do a basic live playthrough. I'm just going to play some Space Engineers, and we're going to try and put a base on every planet in this star system. At least that's the idea here. This is just going to be me playing. I'm eventually going to do something with me and several other players playing, but this is just me doing my own thing. So right now we are on the moon, ladies and gentlemen, with our little rover, which in and of itself is pretty awesome. Before we get going, let's grab up the progression tree here, and I want to see if there's anything I can do right now. I could do this, get a bunch of girders and corridor blocks if I build that right now. Also, we've got this basic refinery, but I need a place to put that. I've also got these landing gears and stuff that'll help me build all this stuff. I think the first thing we're going to do, though, we're going to hop in this. And one thing you really want to do when you're playing Space Engineers is check this little device. Right click here. I happen to know a guy who knows a guy with some good details. Real quality stuff, you know. But it does look like I will be getting anywhere near this place to profit from these deals. So I will sell you the data if you're interested. All right, let's make a GPS marker here. And let's go to our GPS. TMFA station. Let's put that right in there. And let's see where the TMF station. All right, it's over this way. And it appears to be a station up in the air, so are orbiting. So what we'll probably do is we'll get to the TFMA station, or TIFMA, And we'll head to Tifma Station. And the plan there is to build a base near the Tifma Station, which would be the best option. Jackdaws, sweet. Yes, 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 yes. We're going to do some vanilla. I'm going to do a little vanilla right now. I got all kinds of mods that I could throw on here, all kinds of NPC mods, but I haven't done vanilla in so long. It'd be nice just to play the game on the base level. I'll probably break down at some point, throw some Reavers or something in here once I get a little further established. But anyway, continuing on. I'm kind of giving modders time to also fix the mods, because after the last update, I don't know what's working and what's not. And I usually, if I give it like 2 or 3 weeks, everything will be fixed and I don't have to worry about it. But currently, what happened there? I hit the brakes? Yeah, that must have been the brakes. So yeah, the cool thing about the moon is you get this neat little pod that's drivable, which is something that you don't get on any other pod. This thing just doesn't go very fast, but we are on the moon, so all the mechanics and everything are going to be difficult to deal with. So we're just going to drive this thing very slightly, gently. I could increase the speed of this thing. How fast are we going? Okay, we're going 7 miles an hour. How fast can I run? I'm about going that speed. We need to go a little bit faster. Come on now. We can't go that slow. Let's set this up. We'll set that to drive for the moment. Groups. Drive. Let's see. Let's see. Increase speed limit and nope. That was not what I needed. That was increase steering angle. Decrease speed limit. All right. So now get a little bit quicker here. And there we go. Got about double the speed now. That's awesome. Now we can get there in a reasonable amount of time. Mr. Mick, I gotta watch where I'm going here. I'm trying to read texting and driving on the moon. It's a great idea. No way that won't go wrong. Hope you have a good stream. Been looking forward to some more ship reviews from you, bud. Yeah, I have to look into that. I've got to find some ships to review here pretty quick. I haven't seen anything yet on the street on Steam store that has caught my eye, but I haven't checked today. So something new could have come up, and we could be checking that out at some point. I am, however, going to try and build some type of ship when I get a base area built. The plan is to get underneath this thing, so I've got a trade faction to work with, and to see what I can buy, because then I can I can build Cebu. Hello. We were going a little fast when we hit that. Fortunately, this is the moon. Gravity is a little more forgiving here than it is anywhere else. Alright, we're going to slow down, buddy. Slow down. Alright. I am almost underneath this thing, and I got to be careful now because the terrain's getting pretty radical at the moment. Okay, we got nickel and platinum right over here. That's wonderful. I think what I'm going to do this time around... Hey, that's a deep trench. Let's bebop around this way. I really need to put some thrusters on this thing pushing downward at all times. Just not a whole lot of power, just a little bit. I could probably also build some type of thruster unit. We're going to try and make our way over this mountainous terrain. This is the hard part of the moon. There is no erosion or anything like that, so this just gets absolutely, like I said, the terrain on the moon gets radical. The reason why it's not an easy mode, I don't think it's easy. It shouldn't be easy because you're not having any oxygen at the very least. But we're having to take this a little slower. Let's do a little slower here and just see how far we can get. And I would like to go right, but we'll go left over here because we got a canyon we can go through. It looks like an easy way up. Or there could just be a giant frickin' hole right there. That's another possibility, I suppose. Okay, we're going to go back and try the other direction. Now the moon is a little different because your jetpack is still very effective on the moon. Unlike Earth or any other planet. Like, you are fighting gravity, but because of the low gravity here, gravity's like a quarter that of Earth's. So you can see right now the way this thing is just not hugging the ground like it's supposed to. Oh boy, that could be bad. Maybe? No? Okay, I think I can get through that. I could power up the hydrogen engine and go launching through the air, but I have no idea how bad that's going to go down, so we're going to avoid that as best we can. I guess I could have put a mod on here. Well, like I said, I also don't know if the mod would work or not. I could put it on here and the whole thing could crash. So it's an issue. It's an issue. Why is it 12 frames per second? I have no idea. I'm getting 30. It has something to do with the internet connection, probably. Of course, we're ending the school year. A lot of people are pulling their kids out. Okay, here we go. I'm not being mean about this. It may be on your end as well, because sometimes things come in kind of odd. I'm looking at it right now. I'm running the stream on both that and my phone, and I've got pretty good frame rate, so we're doing pretty good right now, at least from mine. Like I said, technical issues, man. Technical issues. They can cause problems. Now, where am I going to build a base at? And how... Well, yeah, we're not even close to those guys yet, are we? It looks like we're getting out of this rocky terrain here, at least. Keep heading this way. Give myself a little bit more power. Oh, there's more rocky terrain. Wonderful. Let's see if we can avoid most of that by going this way. Yeah, thing about the moon is you can move. You don't have to worry about a whole lot. You have a fairly unique little pod right here. You don't normally get this on any other planet, which makes the moon its own unique playthrough. Trying to look at everyone's comments, but I'm driving at the moment. So I'll probably start reading through comments once I get this thing where I want it to go. Because the last thing I want to do is hit a bump at 12 meters per second and not realize where I'm at until I'm halfway in the air and flipping end over end. Okay, we're going over here. What's in this? Oh, we got nickel and platinum again. That's interesting. See, I get over here, I'm going to have to start building things specifically. I think we're going to build us a base first. If I can, I'm going to come up with some type of oxygen system and a solar panel so that we can maintain that at least. Every so often we will end up... every so often when I play the moon, I almost always end up coming under attack by some retarded deal. But what we're going to do this time around... Oh my, oh my. Look at all that ice. My oh my. My oh my. Look at all that ice. That ice is pretty. I like that ice. Yeah, hydrogen powered, baby. We just need some cobalt and we're in space. Gotta worry about this terrain though. I'm gonna have to get some type of vehicle built that will pave, like tear through some of this stuff and round it out or smooth it so I can get places easier. And here we go. We are driving and continuing to drive. Also got a Nier Automaton. After everyone was telling me, hey, you gotta try that out. We're on the dark side of the moon here, folks. We need some lights. I had a friend of mine telling me it was such a good game, and I was like, yeah, okay, okay. And then it came out, it got on sale, and I was like, hey, screw it. It's on sale now. Okay. Here we are. And we're getting close. We're almost right underneath it. We'll be in the ice fields at least. That'll be nice. We'll just keep going then. We'll just keep pushing into the ice fields until we get underneath the station, and then we'll have just a nice little liftoff pad. I can go do missions and stuff and have a whole lot of fun. Oh yeah, this will be great. We can build a nice little base here, whip out some solar panels and whatnot, and a battery, and do me some good stuff. And we'll get all kinds of ice. What I might do is I might just build up a massive deal and then build a base inside of it. That'd be kind of cool. Continuing on to the dark side of the moon. There's a nice little crater there. Still not quite underneath him yet. But this right here would be a great place to build a base. I'm kind of the mindset of just F it and just build something here. In my opinion. Because we have a really nice flat area on the ice. Plus I can just start combing it. Let's go a little further. We can go a little further. See what's going on. This is a potential spot. Potential spot. That's where we're at. But we got this nice little spot here. And it wouldn't take much to just build like a pipeline and a big old giant ice skimmer out here just to skim me some ice. There's more ice underneath us. So another thing I'm going to do is I'm probably alright, let's look here. Yeah, that's working out. We're almost underneath them. Keep going here. Let's see what's over this ridge. Because the further I go, the more the closer I get to this thing. Oop. Okay, we're all right. We're all right. And we're all right still. Oop. There we go. See, the plan is we're going to build a very tiny base, and then we're going to work from there and expand out and do some cool stuff with it. Now here's a nice spot also. And that's it. We are definitely underneath it now because I'm starting to get further away. So, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. Let's take a look at some chats. Dear Lord, you guys are chatty today. Let's see. Vanilla Star on the Moon is excruciating with progression. Yes, yes it is. I'm not gonna lie to that. I got 3 small grids I've been working on for 6 months. Just can't get a thumbnail to work when publishing, LOL. There's something you gotta do. What I usually do is I just get a nice spot, hit it, and then go. That usually works because sometimes SE will automatically do it. If you're trying to make a custom thumbnail, there's a video online on how to do that. I have never been able to figure it out because my computer is different and it's an older video, so things are not what they should be. Imagine that. But it might help you. Maybe you're techno savvy enough, Mr. Excuse me? Oh, excuse me. Okay, Mr. Excuse me. Yeah, you might be more technical, more computer savvy than I am. You may be able to figure it out. I already did that. Are you on a server? No, I'm not. I'm on my own. Have a good one, Mr. Excuse me. Oh, did he leave? Oh, that's too bad. Jack Dawes, what can you do? is launch yourself into near orbit and go find one of the poles, then infinite power. Yeah, yeah. I could also crash into the planet. I prefer not to do that. One time I did that, went through the air and went into orbit and didn't realize I had turned off my H2O2 generator and ran out of hydrogen. That was a fun time. Let's see here, William. Blood is talking mad shit. My internet is fine. It's the ping from the moon, I think. Yeah, it's probably the ping from the moon. Moon's kind of weird at times, especially we're on the dark side of it. There ain't that many satellites over here where I'm at. Uh, no, I'm not talking mad shit. It depends on what the system's doing at the moment. Like I said, I'm watching on my phone, and frame rate's actually pretty good, pretty decent than what normally is. Frame rate on the game is a solid 30, 31 frames per second. So I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, the same frame issues here. Is that not a polar crater? That would be Jackdaws. And William, I think it is. Made this mistake before. Constant darkness since the sun never gets over the horizon. Yeah, that might be an issue. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully it's not. If it is, I will just build. Let's pop up here and take a look. The sun's over that way. Where's it going? Okay, it's going straight down, so it's going to come past this area at some point. So I just got to get enough stuff built up that we can come up. Let's see. Nope, not that tool. This mouse tool is what we're going to need. So right now, we need to fill this thing up with some iron. And I got plenty of ice, so I don't need anything else. Any of that. Let's run over here and grab some ice real quick. We are going to make a little bit of a run getting stuff. So I can punch into it and do some crap here. Get a little more ice than I would like to have, but it happens. It happens a lot. There. It's always something goes rolling down the hill. Actually, that's what I should do. I should build the whole base on the side of a hill, because then mining would be a lot. Mining by hand until I get this thing figured out would be a lot easier. Until I get a nice drill built, that is. This is just going to take a bit. First things first, I need a platform and I need an assembler. And then we need a refinery. And then the plan is I'm going to go to wherever the... Let's see here. I'm going to go running over to whatever the system is. Or wherever the resource deposits are at. I thought I took crouch off. Okay. We'll go wherever the resource deposits are. Oh, now I'm seeing the frame rate issue. What the fuck? Huh. Suddenly a frame rate issue hit me now all of a sudden. Hang on, let me check something here. Go to the options. Nope, not there. Let's go here. Ah, that might be the issue. This might help. Just realized something. I'm going to have to go into this and stretch some stuff out a bit. There we go. Yeah, that might help it a little bit. It'll be a little fuzzy, but it'll be alright. Maybe that'll help out. I'm not sure. Hopefully it does. Hopefully that will help out and y'all can see a little better. Alright, we got this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep filling this thing up until I get a good amount. That way I don't have to go do this tedious mining crap anymore. Now, if this are in space, everything can just bounce up to me and I just grab it. Ah, there we are. That's working. Better watch it or I'm going to dig myself a hole and I'll have to use the jetpack to get out. I don't want to do that just yet. Alright, let's get moving here. Let's see what we got going on at the moment. Yeah, about the internet thing, I wasn't something I was like getting angry at anybody over or mouthing off. It was just sometimes, you know, things happen. They're out of your control. Let's see. Do I have... Oh yeah, we've maxed out the stone for the survival kit. So now, let me head around here. I think we're gonna cut this out real quick so I can see the survival kit's little dealio here. And now production. Okay, that's good. Let's do a few thousand of those. We'll get us some iron built up, and then hopefully we can get somewhere pretty quick. We're gonna try and do this as fast as possible. I'm gonna try and get as much stuff figured out as I can. There. All possible components were deposited. Actually, where's that dang steel plate? Because I need that. Alright, folks. Number 4. Put that right there. And... gonna hope this will work. So, how much do I need here? I have a challenge for you in the future, jackdaws. Ooh, that would be interesting. What challenge are we looking at? Let's do 30 of those. Because we're going to need the steel plates anyway to make everything else. And I use that to build... Let's see, we're going to need 3 blocks over to make everything. I don't have to worry about... No. Yeah, 2 blocks. 2 blocks. That's all we're going to need. We're going to need 2 steel blocks. Alright, all possible components. Hold out. We're going to number 4. I need steel plate. The hell? What do you mean? Alright, we got another steel plate right here. Let's put that in place. And I'm going to weld these up because ain't no telling what's going to happen. Over here, is it still... No boy, why do I not have any more steel plates? Tell me that wasn't all the iron I used. Yeah, we used up all the iron. Look at that. Well, I can't wait to get a dadgum drill. Small grid only challenge. I need a mod for that. And that mod is going to be small grid jump drives. That's what I would need for that one. But yeah, that's a good idea for a challenge. Okay, we're gonna head back over here again. I'm gonna crouch back down. Now do this and that. There we go. Gotta watch this because do this too fast or too much, I'm gonna start wasting some of these rocks as they come through. Alright, we got that going. Let's see if I can just start chopping some of this down here and making it go places. Most annoying part about the moon. Which will be an issue until I get a drill or something built up. So we're living out of the van until I get the drill up. Like, welcome to van life on the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Small grid, piracy only, 0 assembly, 0 refinery challenge. Now you got me interested in some fun stuff there. That sounds actually kind of fun. Okay. All right, I should be able to get a couple of plates out of that. Now, with those couple plates, we're going to be able to build this foundation, and that's one of the most important things you can do in a game, is get a good foundation.
Energy low.
Let's stop and think about something for a moment. Let me get myself all energy back up. I'm going to pull out the old redneck trick here. Just point your headlights at the problem. Living in a van down by the frozen river, third ghost hand. Yes, yes. That's what we're doing right now. There's actually a game that's coming out where you can do that. You can live van life, basically. Okay. I want this stuff because I got an idea here. I'm going to try and knock out. Okay. Let's grab an interior wall. Because that'll be kind of cool to work with. Now, let's see what we need. We need 8, 9, 10, and 5. All right. Whoops, I built the wrong dang thing. Let's see here. I gotta get more crap anyway. I'll actually live in a van, by the way. Oh, really? You gotta tell us what kind of van now. We got it. We may be in this situation if the country collapses or something over this nonsense going on. World War III. We may all be living out of vans. So we need to know. We need to know what the best options are here, Jack Doss. You gotta tell us. Very new to it, still building. Ah, okay. Okay. I was going to say, man, if you got some knowledge we could pull out. It'd be nice if we could learn it. The sacred art of van life. No, I actually ain't got a problem with that. I actually like the idea of, building a small enclave inside of a vehicle that's easy to hide. That's pretty cool in my opinion. I put that up there with like taking a cargo container and turning it into a luxury bunker. Why did I do that for? Late 90s GMC plumbing van. All right, all right. Those would be pretty wide body, wouldn't they? So there'd be plenty of room. That's the free candy van. That's the type of van they use when it's white and it says free candy on the side of it, isn't it? All wood interior. There you go. Jackdaw's out here. Jackdaw's out here got the high dollar van life going on, looking like a trust fund kid. Dad said, "Get out of the house. I'll buy you a van." And he's got like a good luxury wood interior van. Nah, I'm just picking. I'm just picking. That was actually a common thing back in the '90s, man. Wood interior. It was nice. I'll say that. It was nice to see somebody with a go over to your buddies and you got like a wood interior. There we go. We're gonna build that. I'm gonna stop building this. This way, if I get this interior block done as one of my foundations, I can actually open up my grid to a lot more uh, living standard stuff right now. Which means the building of... if we ever get there. There we go. That's perfect. Free candy, you boomer. No, for me it's free ammo. Then you got me right there. It's like, oh, okay. Okay, we got that done. We've unlocked more. Look at this. We've unlocked interior blocks now. Unlocked that. We've unlocked all the window blocks. Yes, yes, yes. We're doing good now. Now, I need to figure out what my next move is. Because yes, I can build here, then I get the lights, and I can redo some lights on the other side, and I'll open up all this other blocks as I start adding them into the system. But what we need to do is, I believe the next thing I need to do is the assembler. That needs to be the next thing built. So there's my assembler. There we go. We're gonna... Oh yeah, that's right side up. Otherwise, it's gonna annoy me. Okay, there's everything I need in the build components. I don't know if I can do all this stuff, but we're gonna try. Oh, we're gonna try. As soon as that dang thing starts to drop... Oh, wait a minute. Inventory. You go in there. Production. I think I need like 60 of these. Alright, we need 60 of those. Let me see. Let me see. What else do I need? Boomer? No, I wouldn't be a boomer. I'd probably be more Gen X than anything else. Or late Gen X. Actually, I was the offspring of Gen X, like Gen Y, and then the millennial generation hit. Alright, 40 construction components, 10 motors, 4 displays. Okay, that'll work. Production. Was it 4 or 10? Let's go look. We're going to have to do this in stages. It's just going to all have to be built. Yeah, 10 motors, 4 displays. One of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got all that. I don't have the building thing right here with the survival kit. It just doesn't come up. Dude, if you actually write free candy on the side of the van, you're F. The cops will not take that lightly. A stupid TikToker did it. I don't know. I've been watching a guy in California go after, we'll call them diaper snipers. And the police are on camera multiple times saying, yeah, prosecutors won't do crap. I guess the worst you're going to get is beat up and thrown in jail. Or thrown in the county jail. Then they're going to let you out right afterward. That's wild, that shit going on over there. Let's see, we got that. What else do I need? I need 80 of something else. 80 computers and another 20 steel plates. Okay, yes. Let's get all this figured out real fast here. And 20. There we are. Now all I need to do is just get more materials in. Yeah, that was just wild. I was watching that video. You mentioned that about the free candy thing, because that's where that kind of pertains to people that hurts little kids. That's one of the reasons why I got talking to by the school. They started asking me questions because I take my daughter up to the door, and they're like, called me in the office. And they're like, "Sir, we would like to know why you walk your kid up to the door like this." Like, really, Tim? Now, um, it's my kid, but I walk her up to the door of the school every day, and the question they were wanting, they thought there was like something weird going on or something. I don't know what their thinking was. But I flat out told them, I said, the reason I do that is just in case there's somebody here that has not so nice intentions that y'all might have missed. And they were like, what are you talking about? I said, here's the thing. I said, I've watched, when I had my daughter, that was one of the things that I looked up, was I wanted to figure out how people that were, preyed on kids like that, how they pick their victims. Because one of the things you learn doing hunting is if you can predict an animal's behavior if you can figure out what it wants. So if you know why it does something, you can then counter it, or you can use it to your advantage. So I got to watching a video about a guy that did a lot of that stuff, that was serving time in federal penitentiary. And they said, how'd you pick that? And they said, we always pick kids that were separate from the crowd, but didn't have strong relationships with their mom and dad. They said the kids that we would never pick, if dad was always with them, if dad walked them up to the door, if dad was very loving, they said we did not pick that one because dad, you take away the kid of that father's going to hunt you down to the ends of the earth. You're his life mission, and you will never know peace. And I was like, that's what I'm doing. I take my kid to the door. We got our own secret little handshake we do at the door. I tell her to have a good day, make lots of friends. I give her a kiss on the forehead, and I send her inside. I think she's 10 now. Wow. Life has flown. But anyway, she goes inside, and I told them all this stuff, and they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, that seems like that seems good. They're sitting there like trying to figure out if anybody is going to get whooped or something like that. Like, dad's actively looking for it. He's actively trying to stop that from happening. And that's the thing, man. You just gotta, that's the whole concept, like involved parents, not helicopter parents, but involved parenting. My wife is the same way. She's like, don't let the kid get away. Because it's not like it was when we were growing up. Like, when we were growing up, I took off down the road and I walk wherever I freaking wanted to go. I went where I wanted, when I wanted. Nowadays, it's like, wow, man, you got some horrible stuff. And yeah, California, I saw Jack Doswell comment, well, California supports free candy. Yeah, that's what we're going to call it from now on, is free candy. That needs to be a t-shirt. A flaming van with free candy on the side and the shirt says, I do not support the act of free candy. Just see how many people figure that one out. I may have to do that as a shirt and sell it. That'd be kind of cool. I gotta get a Teespring store to do that first. Well, let's see here. Alright, I'll back up. We're building all that stuff up. I'm gonna go over here and get some more iron, or some more stone stuff, and start trying to put that in there. And then I need to figure out how I'm going to get to the drill. We need drills. We need conveyors. And I need to make the drilling device over here actually look good. Ah, really? Now, sometimes y'all may look over here into this and you may see something happening. And we may get back on. If there is new stuff I have done, I will let you know when I get back on. But I'll probably do some stuff while the camera's off. I'll tell y'all what I did when I get done. I may try some new stuff. Gotta say, the new block, more than a garage door opener in my opinion, because I bet I'm trying to see if I can do other things with it. Like the signal block. I can't remember what it's called. And that's where we need to go eventually so we can get some jobs at some point. But that's I have a freaking ship. I can go do that stuff kind of mentality going on there. So yeah. Oh, it's still working. Let's take a look inside and see what we got. Oh, nice. What have we built so far? We're trying to get through all the steel plating. I almost want to put a drill on the front of this rover and just drive it around and drill into the ground. That's going to create problems in its own right, so we're not going to do that. So for oxygen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build an oxygen farm. A solar hybrid, which is going to have 2 oxygen farms and 4 solar panels on it, which will look snazzy as all get out. And so when the sunlight hits, if the sunlight hits, we'll be able to... Geez, they threw all my iron in just a matter of minutes, and we're eating it through on stupid microchips. This is going to take forever. It's always the first part of the game. It's always that first part where you're sitting there just mining away, and then you finally get that first miner you build, and then life just gets so much better. I suppose I could just bring the truck over here. It'd be a lot easier than running all the way. Oh well. We're already committed to this. But yeah, I got Nier Automata. It was on sale, and I thought, hey, I'll get that. And even my wife liked playing that, so she was like, what is this game? I said, I don't think you'll like it. And I should have known. Once I told her she wouldn't like it, she got interested in it. And of course, she reads a whole lot. She's normally not into sci-fi, but she read this one book. It was a sci-fi about a chick who is part of a zoo, and they're somehow in this zoo. Anyway, they did a whole lot of like aerial pilot flying and stuff like that. And she's basically like a Top Gun for humanity. And they were doing fighting aliens and stuff like that. And so she saw this and saw the opening of it, and said, oh, this is just like a book I read. I was like, what? She goes, yeah, it's like a book I read, only not as, she said, not so much anime. I was like, oh, okay. You want to try? She goes, yeah. She tried it. She loved it. That's what was happening on Sunday. Worst thing is, I've had a really bad weekend. One, I had to take care of an animal I wasn't planning on taking care of. The other problem is, my dad has pigs, and we had this one that fell over for some reason. I don't know what the problem with her was, but did everything I could to save that animal, down to hand feeding it food twice a day, and she still ended up dying on me. And I'm just sitting there like, we buried her today. And that's rough because you throw yourself into a situation where you've got an animal and you just throw yourself at the situation hoping you can save that poor animal. At the end of the day, it didn't work out. I knew what was about to happen because yesterday I was feeding her and she just would not eat. And she was a good mama pig too. Like, every time she had piglets, she would just almost kill herself trying to take care of them piglets. And I guess that finally happened. Anyway, it's the Expanse Simulator. Not gonna lie, yeah. Space Engineers is kind of an expanse simulator. There are mods that make it, like the Epstein Drive mod and the weapons. You can totally mod this entire game to be expanse. You can mod it to be any sci-fi you want. They've got all the weapons. Like, you want to have Stargate, you can have Stargate. You want to have Halo, you can have Halo. Everything just works. It's just how you design your ships afterward. If you want a more flowing ship, you make more of your thrusters on the bottom of the ship, so when you turn and do a bank, it will cause the ship to bank better. You want to do expanse, you just put equal number of thrusters on all sides, so you got good motion control. Jackdaws. So my piracy challenge goes like this: you can only build small blocks. You can break down anything, but you can't use large grid blocks. So if you want a reactor, you got to go grind one down from an NPC. Oh, okay. So I could make I could get it if I get it from another player. I can't mine nothing. Okay, that's interesting. That would be an interesting little way to play. There's a server that's pretty close to show. Yeah, and I've seen that server. I know which one you're talking about. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I have seen that. And I was looking at that. I was like, oh man, that's cool. The mods though, there's some cool ones. There's one where you can have the Rossi's guns where they pop out of the ship, out of the boxes, and start shooting. That is fun. When you pull up on a pirate ship and they're coming in, you're like, oh yes, I'm just a poor trader. Please call the space police. And all of a sudden the guns pop out and go, but not for you. We're just letting them know of a crime that's being committed. FYI, I've got like 60 or 70 guns that just popped out. I'm fixing to deal with some pirates. See how that conversation goes, because space is going to be lawless. People don't realize it, and there will be no controlling of space. Once humans get there, we are really going to be the frontier is going to be that's it. That's going to be the frontier, because people will keep leaving the sector. They'll keep leaving areas that come under control, and you'll just end up with a bigger and bigger lawless area until something gives. And you just imagine being a police officer in space. And all of a sudden you get a phone call, or you get a call over the radio, and there a couple of guys are like, yeah, just want to let you know I just saw some pirates over here. Look like they done asked me if they'll give up on my stuff. They want my Martian moonshine over here. Well, sir, do you need assistance? No, that's okay. I got this big old giant railgun. I'm fixing to do some raking shots and hit them with some of my automatic cannons. It's just an FYI that if there's any survivors, you might want to come get them. That would be awesome. It was pretty fun, but a big time investment. Yeah, I bet it is. I'll bet it is. So, because then you got to build all those ships and you got to put all the mods in, and those are nuts. I'm gonna turn this air conditioner off because I don't know how it's doing with the mic. Just give me a sec here. Duke, do that. But yeah, we buried that one pig. Her name was Sunflower. She was a good pig. Really gentle. Like practically let when the kids were toddlers, because she's been pretty old now. But when the kids were like when we had like toddlers over, you just put them on her back and she just carry them around and just walk around like she was a horse. She didn't care. She understood they were small, they were babies, and she took care of them. She's like Grandma Pig. Pigs are weird. Pigs are the only animal that I would say still have the blessings of their ancestors, because of a pig, you can have a pig that the last 500 generations have all been captive. If that 501st generation gets out, within 7 weeks they turn into a feral hog. It's like they've escaped captivity and their ancestors go, my son, you have escaped human captivity. I hereby grant thee with the strength and power of thy ancestors, go forth with your tusks and wild and woolly hair, and conquer the land before you. It is yours. And then they grow big tusks. They change physically, and then they're a boar after that, and they run around. And they start tearing stuff up. That's why they're so hard to get rid of, because all it takes is some idiot not watching his pigs, and suddenly you've got a population of boar pigs, and they can have like 7 litters a year, I think. They can just keep going. So effectively, you'd be building your ship through piracy. You wouldn't be able to jump anywhere, and you wouldn't have to get. You would have to get all the resource from the enemies. I think you would have to buy ammo too. Oh, so no refinery. Okay, no mining. We're not doing the peasants' work, basically. Of mining. Pirates don't mine, they just simply take what they want. That mining is for peasants like what I'm doing right now. The thought is not lost on me. By the way, it was like, what about machinations? Can I just take a thing and try to use like merge blocks to to create like an abomination ship? Because that'd be cool if you could do that. That would make it that much more fun. Because then you have to get a ship, and I can see that. Start grabbing ships, and then you have to figure out how to put them together, and then reset some ion thrusters and whatnot. That would be one that me and Chris could do easily. Because Chris likes piracy work. We need a starter ship, though. Something small that we could get up and we could just jack somebody's other ship. There also needs to be like a defeat mechanic in there, so like a defeat rule. So when we get done, it's like if finally we get destroyed, that's it. We lose the main ship. We lose the main ship. Boy, that'd be insane. Making some kind of amalgamation. Oh yeah, the amalgamation. Could do that. Amalgam of all these weird little ships that normally should not be going together, but they are now. I did come up with the idea of a server once, and I've thought about doing it if I could ever buy a server and get it. And that is, okay, so you're gonna have to listen to this one. It's hilarious. We're gonna do it on Pertam. I threw the idea at Gomer. I threw this idea at Gomer just with a word. I said we will call it Butt Crackus. We'll put the worm mod in there and the salvage mod, but there will be no uranium on the planet. Ice will be very, very limited, and you will not have thrusters that can get you to space. So there's no platinum. There's no uranium, which is obvious, and everyone has to survive on solar-powered vehicles or solar-powered airships. So you're going to need the gas, your precious hydrogen gas, to power what's going to go through. So you can make big airships and stuff. But I thought it'd be cool to see people make some kind of solar-powered airship that's just like sailing through the skies as you're watching. Okay. No refinery, no assembling, no mining, literally stealing hydrogen and uranium from enemies. Okay. Can't use any large grid block. Okay. No, since you can grind down anything and use it to make small grid anything, you would build a big, powerful small grid ship with an interior and everything. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea, because that wouldn't be difficult to do now because of the new corridor blocks that they got. I think help out small ships. So that would make that a pretty interesting little challenge right there. Let me see what we got here. Oh, what am I down to? All right, we're gonna just get a few more mining done. This is so tedious. This is so difficult. Early game, early game, early game woes. But yeah, I like that idea. Just a piracy run. Because that would be kind of cool. Just stealing stuff from other ships. Of course, then you also have the option of, if you steal from other ships, they're going to have other things. They're going to have materials and stuff like that. You could take and then sell that stuff and make a little bit extra money. Now here's a question. If I get that stuff, Or could I then buy smaller ships? And then there's a question. Yeah, the railguns would be fun in a small grid. The turrets wouldn't be too big. Give me all your gold and Clang Cola. I also want your cosmic coffee. You could make some pretty... I like that idea because with a small grid, damn, you can make some really good small grid ships.
Inventory full.
You can make a really, really detailed small ship with a small grid. The problem with small grid, though, that I'm going to run into is you can't make quad turrets with a small grid. Because the large hinge on the small grid does not set up well like the others do. How do I put that? It doesn't allow for 4. You're only going to be able to get like a single line in there. So you'd have to stack 2 guns on top. Oh, this would probably be more deadlier because then you could stack 2 Gatling guns on top of each other. And then you'd have 2 guns hitting the same large block at the same time. Oh, that would be dangerous. That's something I need a crew with. I'd need a crew for that. Where would I get one? I don't know. If I can ever get a server going where we can all just hop on, or I can hop on with a couple people, I may get some people out of the chat. Just be like, yeah, we'll all just go on here, have some fucking fun, steal some fucking shit. I need a beer mod on here, though. We need a mod where one of the NPCs traveling has a unique block called Beer Block. And it's just a giant beer tanker, and we've got to take it. There's actually a mission where that happened, where a bunch of guys went in, I think it was Korea. They went in and stole a truckload of beer. It's like, alright, man, spoils of war. And a lot of people wonder if there's like a war crime thing with spoils of war. There's really not. The reason why we don't do spoils of war anymore, like we used to do that all the time, we don't do it anymore because people would go in and just start booby trapping stuff. So you pick up a gun and it'd like blow up in your face. So it's like, okay, we can't allow this to happen anymore. Let's keep going on here. It would end up a 60k PCU small grid warship, small grid assault cannon turrets, small grid railguns, everything. You would have to sell stuff you steal to buy ammo, and if you piss off certain factions, you won't be able to use their stations. Yeah, that's true. So it'd be a real complex, interesting, lawless playthrough. Honestly, why is that not a mod? I figured there'd be a mod like that already, where you would go in and you could do like pirate stuff. Like I'm the guy that likes watching the what is that group? Mongrel Squad? Mongrel Squadron, I think is their name, on Star Citizen. How many of y'all have seen? Honestly, in the chat, put 07 in the chat if you guys have heard of Mongrel Squadron in Star Citizen. Because if you have not seen Mongrel Squadron, you've got to watch that shit. They're going in there becoming pirates, and there was no piracy, and they've come up with some. Them guys were geniuses. It was like people will find a way to be a scoundrel. They're going in there and they're using some of the in-game mechanics to force things to happen. They were stealing people's ships after the people were going, but there's no piracy. It's like, yeah, there is now, son. All it takes is you can't build large grid, use and use any large grid, and that's how it would end up. Yeah, I could see that. That'd be a pretty cool challenge to do. We'll call it the Jackdaw Challenge because of Assassin's Creed Black Flag and yourself. Because jackdaws and jackdaws. We'll call it the Black Flag Challenge. Go in there and just be a freaking pirate. Oh, that's what we need to do the weekend. We're just gonna... I was planning on doing something cool. Let me do that instead. Alright boys, here's the plan. We're gonna build a really small ship on small grid, highly detailed, really awesome looking vessel. And we're gonna go steal the crap out of everyone in the area. We gotta take them out. Now here's the question. Could I use drones as long as they're small grid? Can I use, God, what mods could I use? Well, the harpoon mod, obviously, would have to be one of them. I hadn't really gotten a chance to properly test that one out. Like, I've tested it, but I ain't got a proper combat test out of that thing yet. Going there, flying around, shooting a couple rounds into the, or a couple harpoons into the enemy. Be like, okay, here we go, boys. Okay, this should be... This should be the last of it. I got 8 more steel plates to get done here, and then we get access to a lot more stuff. Hopefully, no mods, lol. Oh, okay. That means I can't use this cool looking, I can't use this white armored skin. We're gonna have to get like real pirate looking stuff going. We're gonna have to look like a bunch of real hardy crew. I need to figure out how to put stuff in game, like pictures on like screens. I'm gonna put a black flag on the ship. Still missing stuff. How am I missing stuff? Oh well, we'll get this done. We'll see if I can get me a... what will I try to get here? Alright, before we do anything else, let's hop back in here. Recharge. Can't do that. Let me see, what all can I make now? What did we unlock? We've unlocked lights. So let's do that next. Let's I'm gonna pull some tricks off here. Oh, come on. I can't do that no more? That's not fair. Alright, I'll have to take it off and do it. Alright, we're gonna rebuild a new one. I also thought about making a robo salvage unit. There we go. We unlocked even more stuff with the interior grids. Okay, let's see, progression going through here. We've got all this stuff unlocked. I should build one of those sound blocks just to unlock this stuff here, but we're not yet. I could do a battery past the hacking point. I think if I hack the thing down, then build it back up, I might be able to unlock all that. All this, at least. And we would get closer to some really fun stuff. Let's see what we do. Okay, nothing there. Okay, it's the refinery. The basic refinery is what's going to get me the... Frick! The basic refinery is what I need to get the drill. What's the drill take? I can do that. No problem. What's the basic refinery take? Oh, that's actually pretty cheap. 32 steel plates, 30 construction components, 4 large steel tubes. I've got that. 1 motor, 1 computer. I wonder. I got 4 large steel tubes right here. I just don't have enough of the... steel plates, that's all. 6. Let's do that. And we're going to turn this on its side so it's easier to work with. We'll do that. Watch out for PCU. It appears to be enabled. Oh, it is? Yeah, I'll remove that later. Right now we're just building a small base and working. That's not going to be too big of an issue. Let's see what I got to do here. Oh, jeez. It is way more than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was like 32. No, it's 100. It's 100 steel plates. Why did it say on there that a basic refinery... And now it's changed. Imagine that. Okay. Maybe 120 steel plates. God, that's going to be fun. Unfortunately, there's only one steel plate apiece on one of these. What I'd really like is if the system just suddenly started dropping... Right, 8... There we go. 120 steel plates. Let's see what else we need. We'll just get that building. Okay. I just need 10 computers and 10 computers. That's it. Oh, that'll be simple enough. Alright, we can get a few of those knocked out of the way. Let's go do some drilling. Mo drilling. I'm hating drilling. I got a few stuff still here. It's going to take a while, because once we get that drill going, I'm going to convert the, I'm going to convert the car into, some type of miner that I can use to drive up, get some stuff. I may do some finagling to where I can just pull it up to a spot, click a button, and it'll just start chucking stuff out onto the... It'll just start pooping out all the stone or the minerals that I need. And then we're going to use some drones on this because I like the drones. I'm still figuring out the recording block though. So the plan is take the recording block and I can take that little number and maybe make a drone that'll move back and forth between the let's see, let me think here, between the base and one of my mining positions, and then I can just set up areas for just the mining, and that'll just take care of business right there. Just turn it on, and the driller will just drill down into the platform, just set it up on a timer, make it really big. And then a whole lot of my problems just will go away at that point. Ah, see, we have sunlight. Look at that. We're not in a dead zone crater. There it goes. The sun is rising right there. Yeah, this whole valley is going to be lit up here in a minute. I can turn those lights off here in just a second. Sorry if I got a little loud there. That has been something that has worried me in the back of my mind. Was, oh crap, I'm going to be stuck out here with nothing. Really need some iron. I really need some iron. Life without iron sucks. That sucks, life without iron. So far I live in the van life. Once again, or the buggy life, I suppose that's what it's going to be called. But the idea of a small grid ship, dear lord, the amount of thrusters you would have on there. I'd run the PCU limit unlimited. Because why the heck not? That would be insane. The more I think about Jackdaw, man, damn you. The more I think about that, the worse that's getting in my mind. That is one of the things that's going to irritate me all day long. I'm going to be on the job sitting there pretending I'm a pirate. Good Lord. Great idea, man. Because if I'm sitting here thinking about it this much, it's going to be something crazy that other people are going to want to do. Okay, I got up to 26 so far. Of the 20-something, 120-something steel plates we need. We got so many footprints out here. It's insane. Let me see if I can get a few globules here. Actually, that might be able to get a couple more guys on with that one. Some of my friends on, because that's the one thing they hate about this game. Other than me and Gomer, the one thing that Chris will do it. Bronzy likes to do it, but it's not what they want to do. Whenever we played Ark, I was the guy that did all the mining. I kept everything stocked. I had it down to a science. Half the time, we would just pay people not to screw with us. It was like, what do you want exactly? They're like, what are you talking about? I said, look, y'all can either come over here, take a little bit of stuff, and get one big payout, or y'all can come in every month and we'll just give you a bunch of shit. They were like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. They're like, nah, y'all can't be serious. And one of the guys was like, yeah, you don't know how much gunpowder Badger can do in just a matter of hours. I had that shit to a science. And they were like, okay, yeah, let's see. Next week they came in, we had like double what they thought we were going to give them. And they were like, yeah, okay, man, let's just do this crap. AK Flatfoot. I had one of my favorite solo survival sessions on the moon. So much fun. He paid off the HUDs. Yeah, because one of the things was I figured out how much you could put down to each individual stack to making anything in the furnaces, anything else. And we were like, look, man, you blow up our stuff. We don't have anything. There was one crew on there they were allied with that came in and killed one of our ankylosaurs, and they come up and they're like, where's all our metal? We were like, dude, we're trying to tame another ankylosaur after one of your guys up and killed it, and they went to war for us, man. They were like, you did not fuck with the moneymakers now. You don't fuck with the guy that makes stuff. The grinders in survival games, if they're willing to pay you off, just take it. You will never have to grind again. It's more. And it wasn't the fact of we were pussies about it. It was just economically. I just looked at it and I said, hey, what if we just paid these idiots to leave us alone? I said, the problem we had was if our stuff got destroyed, we had to rebuild it. So it was like, let's just pay them off. I don't have to rebuild the stuff. And the time spent rebuilding, come on now, break it. The time spent rebuilding all of it, I get to be doing production. And it was economically more feasible just to pay the guy off than it was, and his crew, than to sit there and fight him the whole time over it and piss and moan and whinge and everything else. I was like, yeah, just pay him, just go on. If he accepts the payment, fine. If not, well, we just had to find a new server. Of course, he had like I can't remember, he had like the max number of guys on his clan. And it was like the three of us. I don't think there was any beating him. Then group of people that were like, that was back when China could play with you, man. A bunch of Chinese came in, a bunch of short-sighted imperialistic SOBs showed up in there, decided they were taking over the server, saw everyone had a whole lot of stuff, thought the server was like, they thought they had found a server somehow that had extra resources. They blew all our stuff up, and then when they found out what happened, they came and told us we would make stuff for them. We was like, no. See, everybody was nice to us, and if you're nice to the grinders will give you something. If you're not nice to the grinders will do nothing. Hey, Flatfoot, nice. Art of the deal. Yeah, pretty much. Look, I don't have to fight you, but I can pay your ass off. Was it Huey, Dewey, and Louie that one time in one of the what was it? It was one of the, like the new DuckTales or something like that, where they're older, and they said, we're going to handle this like businessmen. We're going to throw money at the problem. That's what we did. Threw money at the problem. We had so much shit, and we could get so much shit. And we were still building massive bases. Eventually, we had this massive base we built up out there, and everyone's like, how are these guys surviving with all this equipment, all this stuff? And it's like, yeah, we're paying the big guys off, so... I can't tell you how many times someone would come to us and would come to me and the guys and ask, like, hey, y'all want to go war with us? They're like, that's a nice idea, but we're going to pass on that one. Life is just too easy right now. Okay, we're about there to the refinery. Once I get the refinery up, then we'll be able to get ourselves a nice drill started. And with that, can I get a hinge? That'd be cool if I could. If the refinery goes up, do I get a hinge? No, I need a battery. Damn. Because I'm put a hinge on it, I can move it up and down. And then that will give me some good stuff. I also get a custom turret controller block. But yeah, I'm really thinking about Jackdaw's idea. Because man, that'd be a crazy looking ship when you got done. Small grid, lots of detail. And be a pain in the ass to fix too. Oh, what is that I see on the deal? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's SE telling me that free shit just appeared at 3.44 kilometers out. I'm probably going to go get that. How far away is that? It's 3 kilometers. The problem is I don't have any power to this, and I don't know if the one thing is off yet. I don't want to leave and accidentally have my entire deal just disappear. Well, let's move again. Let's just throw some more stuff in as fast as I can do it. We're going to marathon this shit. It is difficult. I want to get out of this early stage at least before this live stream's over. I want at least a refinery. Are you on a server or your own deal? I'm on my PC. I'm by myself. So I'm just messing around. But we might do the whole pirate thing. That'd be kind of cool, doing the whole pirate thing. Because they added some quality of life blocks for small ships. And that is something you just don't get a lot nowadays, is small ship stuff. Stuff for small grid. I think the #1 block I would really like to see here before long would be a sharper angle. Because my god, I could do so much with a sharper angle. I can make round things more rounder with sharper angles. Alright, here we go. We're going to run back over to this real quick while I still got power. While I still have power. I have to put a satellite dish out here. That's what I should do. I should put a satellite dish out here and broadcast radio. This is Badger Wild on the 3908 The Moon. Exposing my butt cheeks and playing those tunes that you ladies just like. I'd have been a horrible DJ, I swear. Come on, baby, I need more. So, the plan is now, I've got a lot of magnesium. I could probably build a battery. I don't care if the energy is low. I'm going to keep going.
Inventory full.
A good 4x1 you could do a lot with. The modded ones kind of suck. Yeah, that's the thing. I like the modded angles, but I want them chopped into fourths because you could do so much with that. My God, you could do so much with that. You could start angles and do everything else. That's the cool part about all of it. Let me go over here. I'm gonna grab the rest of this, throw it in this sucker, and see if we can get this thing done. There we go. Wait a minute. Friggin' moon jumping works? It makes you faster. I just figured this out. Holy crap. Okay. We are creating more stuff. I am building more equipment. I get this refinery done. And then I don't know. I may build a power consumption area. Oh, come on. We're not even close. Alright, let's hop in here for a minute. Recharge. Recharge again. Yeah, that's the thing. A third ghost hand, sharper angles, yes. AK Flatfoot. A non-jagged Star Wars Venator or Imperial ship. Yes, yes. I hope someone adds the ability to broadcast sounds in-game via antenna. I would love to have the ability to send music to people's ships as they drive by. I think you can do that with the signal block. I think you can do that. I think you can give prox. Yeah, I think if you've got chat on, I think you can do proximity chat. I know you can chat stuff. I'm wondering if you can send sounds because that'd be kind of cool. Having some dude role play as a radio talk show host, then you'd have to like he could hire people in game to go out there like role play, and like first thing I'd do is I'd start hiring people with some gold. Hey man, the dude needs you to go put a satellite over Mars so that I can broadcast my pirate radio station to everybody there. Just pick up the satellite, take it over there, put it in an orbit, looks kind of good, and then just come back to me. I'll give you the 100 gold that you asked for, or the space credits, man. Yeah, the new signal update. Um, you can push. There's a version of it. You can push a button in there, and it will send out a signal, and then it will send something back. You can activate grids at a distance by just pushing a button inside your ship now. I don't know if it'll do sound. Um, Whether it'll broadcast what they're broadcasting, that would be a cool thing to throw at Keen. Say, hey, can we just get guys to start doing radio stations? Not of the one stuff, but like do some approved um, Keen, like some approved stuff, like maybe some approved space rap or something like that, and or some approved music, and then we could just put it on here. Just do like some AI generated music. I'm not saying we do something like it's time to take a shit on the company's dime or something like that, which is a which is a real song. That one's great. I think it's from a Green Text, and they made a song out of it, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I would be doing with AI right here, just making stupid stuff. All right, let's get down to business. I would totally play as that guy, getting paid to promote propaganda for other factions. Yes, yes. Ha, radio stations like Fallout would be fun. Yeah. I mean, here we've got an idea already. We need to inundate Steam on X. Start telling them, hey, can y'all upgrade the signal so that we can broadcast radio songs and stuff so people can be DJs out in space? We have one guy promoting the Reds, another guy promoting the Blues, and us just doing it on our own. That had to be like a dedicated role play. There's a whole genre of green text rap. I bet there is. I bet there is. My favorite is Hackman, for God's sakes. That is the best one. or being IT. What's great is when they do the AI voiceover or robot voice to it. Turn the computer off. Turn computer back on. Computer fixed. Still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Now here's a question I have for the chat. I'm gonna knock several of these out here. Here's the question. The rover on the moon would be considered a form of van life until you get built up. I'm suspecting the space pod would be. But what about the survival pod? Would that be considered a form of van life or no? Okay, low key immersion thing I have just discovered is sprint jumping on the moon. You move way faster, it seems, and it is way more exciting to get that timing going on. Watch this. Take like 2 steps, jump on the next one. Geez, that's low-key satisfying right there. Third ghost hand, no needs wheels. Okay, so then we're all in agreement here that the survival pod is not van life, but the space pod, well, like I said, the space pod has no wheels either. Can it be because we just have to move the thing, so it's not van life if it's not movable? Third ghost hand, I want custom radio channels so I can bait people into attacking my sleeper radio set. That blast AI generated farting sounds. Dear God, if we could just blast our own sounds. Oh, you imagine a guy right before your base gets starts and all of a sudden this thing drops down, starts broadcasting propaganda to your entire base. You're like, what in the hell is that? Like a proximity chat. And now then in comes a faction and they're like going to take over. And that would just create so much. I, for one, look forward to drifting about in space only to randomly start hearing Ocean Man blasting in my ship's comms. Hell yeah, I would blast Ocean Man. Ocean Man. Huh. I gotta look that up. I've probably heard it. I probably just don't know what the song's called. Oh, even better. Just imagine you're out in space right now, and all of a sudden you start hearing Freebird. And you look up and there's a freaking missile coming your direction. Like the amount of that is about as bad as TTP in a video game if you let people draw. For those of you who don't know what TTP is, TTP is time to penis. Like you give players the ability. I learned this from Thorson on Pirate Software. I was like, if I ever make a game, I'm gonna give players the ability to draw because I don't give a fuck. Let them do it. Let them do it. Let the players draw. Let them be creative. That was hilarious in my opinion, though. That there's actually that's actually got its own standardization and whatnot. Here I go. Willy nilly. Here we go. Ah, this is so tedious. Let's just keep breaking this off here. Moon jump. Moon jump. Moon jump. Oh, that is awesome. Moon jump. Moon jump. We didn't do that one right. Someone makes a mod with that replaces the missile noise with the missile knows where it is. Yes. I need this in my life. I need this in my Space Engineers playthrough. We need we need it to sit there and just repeat the whole thing on how the missile works. The missile knows where it is because the missile knows where it's not. You just hear that repeating over and over. You're like, what in the hell? Like the amount. This is one of those things, or like the low key. This is one of those things that the developers are afraid to put in the game. But my God, it would take Space Engineers to such an epic area. Hey, I got all my equipment. Nice. It would take Space Engineers to a whole new level. We'd just be like, frick yeah, folks, this is what we're doing today. That's another thing. I was sitting there talking to one of my buddies, like, I wish I could get ape noises on the game. Like when apes go like really nuts. And he looked at me like, what kind of weird racist nonsense you talking about? And I was like, no, not racist. I said, I just want the ability to send in a bunch of drones and call them flying monkeys and have them screech and holler like a bunch of monkeys as they charge in there and start shooting people to death. I can go my flying monkeys. Go my flying monkeys. That would be hilarious. Okay. We have a basic refinery. Let's take a look at what we have going on here. Okay. The next stage of progression to give us the power that we need and to also give me the other stuff I need. Let me look here. What else do I what else can I bring up here? We have this. I've got these corridor blocks, which will be great to work with. I got this stuff. I have the drill. This may be the thing that I work on first.
Energy low.
And that might be the cheapest thing I work on next, because 32 steel plates, 30 construction components, 1 computer, 1 motor, and 4 steel tubes. I've got most of that already. We could put that on the front of the car, and I could drive it. Monkeys in Space, The Great Baguette. William, what the F did I just walk into? Great Baguette, fantastic, William, LOL. Yes, the whole idea that you could, I mean, just even the Wizard of Oz Dorothy thing where she's screaming, yes, yes, go my flying monkeys. And hear the flying monkeys and you look up, there's like 30 or 40 drones coming in your direction. You're like, oh, what is this fresh hell? Or better yet, the seagulls from Nemo. Mine, 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 mine. Like the ability to broadcast on the sound, to broadcast sound in Space Engineers. Just the absolute Tom memery that would happen. And it'd be perfect. It would be perfect. Keen's missing out by not doing that. By not giving us broadcasting sounds. What is it? What is the guy that did the what was it? He made an airsoft gun that made hentai noises. You start pulling the trigger, go ooh woo ooh woo ooh woo ooh woo. Imagine you're going around there and a hover drone pops out. You hear ooh woo ooh woo ooh. You're like, what the hell is that? You walk up, you round top a hill. There's like 8 little crab drones sitting there, like ooh woo. They start lighting your ass up with a couple machine gun fire. It comes back on the screen. You died by Uwu bot. God, this is why we don't have nice things. Okay, so the next thing I need a cargo container, obviously. Let's focus here. I need a cargo container. I can build a medium cargo container, no problem. But I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna concentrate on that. We're gonna concentrate on this bad boy.
Energy critical.
Let me hop in here and see if I can just build it. Let me get my energy back up here. I'm gonna see that. Great baguette. I saw that laugh at XD laughing. Space Engineers truly is a thinking man's game. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because you sit here, you be playing, and then you start thinking about all the stuff you have access to, and then you start thinking about all the stuff you want, and you're going, yes, yes, I would love to have an uwu gun. I would love to be able to send weird noises to people as I destroy their base. The thing I really wish we could get, I wish Keen would do this. I'm tired of, I really wish we could get a subgrids with the wheels and the wheels still work, because that's just annoying in most places. But yeah, like what weird things could we send at people when you're attacking them? What is the Rick and Morty when it's the angry meteorite that's coming to kill everyone? You make that into a missile noise. People just start hearing that thing coming through the air and they're like, "What the hell? Where did this? What is that nonsense?" Imagine you're a fresh spawn in Space Engineers, and the next thing you know, oh, do we have the drill? Yes, we have the drill. We're gonna do something with that. I have no need for that other stuff, but we have a drill. Okay, here we go. Here we go, boys. There it is. Man, that is a long drill. All right, there we go. Now, what do I need? Oh, it lied to me. Let's chop this out. I may have most of the equipment for this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about to get easier. Oh, oh my gosh! I got enough material out of those. Yes. Oh yes. We're about to get this drill started, baby. We need 1 computer and 12 steel plates. Please tell me you can do this. Please tell me we can do this. Can we do it? Can we make it happen? This will make gathering resources so much easier. All right. We have done it, ladies and gentlemen. We have done it. Unlocked. Badass nose job. All right. We go over here to block tools. Double click. Oh, we're actually... Let's pull off park here. And we are going to run this thing. Number 4. We're going to get this thing down low. And we are just slowly grabbing things and putting it into the deal. Oh, this is nice. He's just slowly grabbing stuff off the ground. Whip subgrid wheel controller. Yeah, I like that. I know of that. I know what you're talking about. But I'm of the mindset of I really want one without having to do all the subgridding and everything else. See, this is cool. I can now just drive this thing around and mine a little bit. We're just gonna skim it. Well, you have plenty of light out here, that's for sure. Hmm. Boy, this terrain's rough as a cob. It's gonna be even worse when I get done here. Oh, we got something over here. We got a resource right here. What is this? Oh, we got some nickel. Do we have nickel? Yes, I got a whole lot of nickel right over here, 30 feet deep, or 30 meters down. Could build us a nice little substation right here just to get all that out. Okay, so we're at a maximum amount of equipment here. There we go. That actually worked out better than I thought it was going to. Ooh. All right, we're going to set that back down. So let's read some comments here. Dylan Myron, you could have a battleship with a super laser that broadcasted the Your Fuck song by Yavilis while it's charging. Oh boy. I made a really nice rover suspension, the Great Baguette. I made a really nice rover suspension system that used whip subgrid wheel mod. I could go pretty damn fast, not have to worry about bottoming out. That'd be good. Yeah, that's just it's still on the thing of. I wish they would make a just a block we could put onto a ship that could do vector thrusting and run the wheels and stuff. That'd be nice. But then we need all kinds of other blocks and stuff. We do need some more armor blocks though. My God, we need a sharper angle armor block and maybe a more sloping. Actually, no, just the sharper angle block would do it. Anyway, let's see now. Um, I'm gonna need to build a battery on here. I think we're gonna stick it right there. Let's grab this battery because that's gonna get us that much further along. And I want the warfare battery. Let's go over here. We need a steel plate. Let me some steel plates. Actually, I could just build a small battery here. Production. Actually, I just realized something. We're going to have to power this thing first. Because I need the power blocks, and I can't get them with this. So we can make solar panels. We just need to make a cheap solar panel to go with this. Use the new solar panel. How does that sound? Use the new ones because we can color those and make them look fancy. All right. Flip over here. There you go. Like this. Yes. Now, why am I having trouble with you? Oh, that's why. Let's pull this back a bit. Let's do number 8. That's weird. Don't I have steel plates on me? No, I don't. Huh. That was weird. What about 10 of these? We'll go over and we'll set this guy down. Then we'll set up a little deal for him. This right now is not a permanent solar panel. I also need a deal for these two. May do these big boys. Could do that. Could also do this. No, that ain't gonna work out good. I need steel plate to build that. Yeah, I figured as much. You gotta build this solar grid really quickly, though. I need 4 steel. What do I need? 4 steel plates only? Nice. Okay, that'll work. I already got those. Won't be able to make bulletproof glass, but we can do most of that. And I already got the construction components. Nice. Now, the sun isn't going to hit us too good right here where I'm at. I disappeared a bit. How's progress? We're trying to get power right now. Elijah Postel, howdy. What you up to? Vanilla Survival on the Moon. Which started at the beginning of the stream, so if y'all want to go back and check that out, it'd be awesome. We've been talking about everything from survival tactics to van life to why the heck King doesn't let us put broadcast random noises over the new signals update. And we all want to broadcast signals over the new updates. Now it's like, yeah, I really want to do that now. All right, this is what I got. Okay, we got that. I don't need those. Let's stop that. Let's get this stuff. That's what I'm gonna need more of. We gotta get this solar panel built up. Solar panel's done. I just need the girders and the those. Here in a minute I'll hit the computers, will get started, and then that'll probably handle it. Yep, we just need 4 computers and we're done. Check that out. I'll need 4 of these guys. Once we do this... Yes! Everything's working now. Now I can grab everything out of out of this. The silicone and all that. Got our magnesium and everything as well. I'm going to actually take this stuff out of here. And we're going to install it in this. So I can then take that and begin building other things. Oh, come now. Stop being stupid. There we go. There we go. That works. Now, what I need is a battery. So we may store power. Yes. Okay, components and build planner. I need... What do I need? I need 20 steel plates and 80 power cells. Okay, that's actually not bad. Let's oh, we're running into power issues already. I don't know what else we need. You know, this part of progression, this is the part progression makes ass. Yeah, Jack Dawes is right. What are your thoughts on the update? We were talking about the update, Elijah, and we were just saying that it would be nice if we could send missiles at targets blaring Freebird as they came in, but we don't know if we can do this or not with the sound blocks. I'm gonna have to look into this to see if I can blare sound block stuff through people's microphones. Because we've talked about everything from Ocean Man to the one thing. Yeah, shift and middle mouse button will cue everything in. It's just right now I'm having to work with what I got. I don't have that. Usually right here on the higher assembler, you'll have something new that you can work with. When I start building assemblers, I'm going to start building refineries and assemblers that can handle each individual element themselves. Because then we can get production really going from this little car to really big stuff. Okay, let's see if we can jerk this out here. 2 components could not be deposited. Alright, got all that stuff. Wait, hold up. Alright, battery's the only thing in there. That's good. Come on, baby. Just a bit more. See, I took care of my mom and dad's dog while they were gone. She's a little blue healer. Or, not a blue healer, a red healer. My God, I forgot how. I forgot how them dogs are. I've had 2 blue healers, and I forgot. I was looking the other day and looking at the scars on my arm, and I was like, oh yeah, this is why I kept getting these. Because a couple of days ago, I was like, I can't figure out why I've got so many damn scars on me. I shouldn't be this scarred up. I was sitting there trying to think of all the horrible things I might have done to gotten to this point, and I was like, yes, all right, we have a battery. The battery is up and running. The battery, is it charging? Charge efficiency 80%. Current output is 2 kilowatts. Current input is 44.90.79. We're on the downward spiral of it. It's going to take 3 days to fully recharge. Yes, this part of progression is ass. Elijah Postel, that would be awesome. Yeah, I said Freebird. Some other people said Ocean Man. What was one of them we were talking about? Oh, the penis song would be a good one. What is that one? When life gets you down, just remember, I've got a giant penis. Yeah. That thing starts coming in out of nowhere. You know, this giant cruiser-sized missile coming at you, painted all black. I've made missiles that play music, that play the fun music in game, but I will think if it starts playing far away from the target, they don't hear it. Yeah, what we're talking about, William, is if we could broadcast it using the new broadcast system and broadcast using the signal update, and as it gets close, when it hits their system, it just starts play. All of a sudden, it starts playing Freebird or Shepherd of Fire or something like that. Worse, you start like if you really want to torture them, you could send in a drone that starts screaming Nickelback at them the whole time. But let me see here. Jack does. Red healers have big personality, big attitude, don't like being touched, super macho. Yes. Yeah, take a look at my enormous take a look at my enormous penis right before it blows up your entire base. Okay, we've got all this going. I need to paint this. I can't handle this. Ah. Okay. This is not going to work. This is bland. How do I do this here? Do glamour armor. That'd be kind of neat.
Energy low.
Disco. Dark blue. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. 4. Ooh. Doesn't do the disco thing. I want to do the disco thing, but it doesn't. Oh, well. That's a nice looking solar panel right there, though. There's a nice contrast in all this gray. I can have me some nice stuff. It's tight. When the winged hussars arrive. Yes. We gotta play some Sabaton, buddy. I'm shocked Flight of the Valkyries hasn't come up with this topic. Oh my god, yes. Have to play that on all your Raider drones. Awesome. I came up with an idea the other day to make Robo Castle from I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing this, and at some point Captain Jack's going to show up and start blowing up everything around us trying to stop us. But I have come up with a concept on how to make Robo Castle. And so the idea is really simple. You make a drone like a missile. You put your grinders on it so they activate within a certain proximity. Set it to a slow speed. Pull up next to a derelict. So that or derelict ship that you've taken out. Set the ship to enemy, or turn this drone on, and it will go over like an enemy, and it will just start attacking the subsystems. And when it fills up to like 75% in the cargo, it turns around and comes back and reloads itself. Then it comes back off and it starts going again, and it just keeps doing that constantly. And then you just have a button that you can push that makes it come back and stops. But it would just go in, and it would just, as soon as it got within a certain proximity, the grinders came on and started just grinding through the ship, just burrowing its way through, like a worm in an apple. Now that would be a good one. That would be awesome. Let's see if I can drive this thing here a little bit. Maybe we can just sit over here. Let me tilt this thing over a bit. Oh, I can't, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this and just drive that over. Worst part would be if Teletubbies came on. That is your worst nightmare right there. You're sitting there playing and all of a sudden you hear Teletubbies and you look up and it's a bunch of multicolored raiders coming at you. You're like, what? No. Bonus points if you can make the raiders look like make it look like the Teletubbies. It's like all of the stuff you could just do. All the memery you can do with just the ability to project things. To send to send information to your enemies. Like back during the Iraq War, one of the things the U.S. would do is they blast honky-tonk music all night long from the bases, just to keep everybody up. It's like there's a reason people didn't like us when we went over there. We kept all the neighbors up. All right, I'm just filling this baby up. I've got stored power, but the stored power is only going to last for so long. So we've got to get to a point where I can put a solar panel up that can track what we need to track, and that'll give us all the power we need for a short amount of time. Also going to set up a pipe system so that as the system works, I'm also going to set up an oxygen farm with an oxygen tank. And we'll be able to use the full power of the sun to just farm a bunch of oxygen off the solar panel, and then I'll just build extra solar panels and oxygen farm. We'll get 4 blocks worth of solar energy and 2 oxygen farms worth of oxygen. Straight up, just all the time. Constantly, full power. Alright, I'm going to pull this car over here to that really fancy royal blue looking solar grid. That just looks nice. I'm going to hop out. I'm going to pee. I'm going to set this back in defaults. Alright. Alright, that looks good. Captain Jack makes bad ships and uses too many mods. He makes really, really big ships. It may be an aesthetic that he likes. The Defender looks great. I do like the nose of the Defender. And I incorporated that in I did one of his deals and put the Defender look on it to make a new frigate. I even added some really cool looking missile launchers on it, but that's a thing. But one thing, yeah, his ships may leave a lot to be desired, but he does make a really good series. I mean, he's the big dog when it comes. I'll put it like this: he is the guy to beat when it comes to machinima on Space Engineers. Like, if you are going to make good machinima, like his cinematics, you need to be watching Jack's cinematics, because Jack does a very good job at machinima cinematics. That I can sit there and I can say I cannot fault him in that. He does a very good job, and that's one of the things you have to watch him and learn from, because he does a very good job of that. All right, let's toss all this in here. Let's see whatever it said. Jack Dawes, sorry had to be said. Yeah, it's everyone makes whatever they want. Some of my stuff probably doesn't even look the best at times, but it's mostly just constant polish and everything else. Jack likes to build big ships, and he likes to build big interiors and add details to it, and that's fine. Perfectly fine. But like I said, if I was gonna do machinimas, I would try to do something similar to what Jack is doing in my own style. I would try to do more of a cinematic thing that would draw people in. I've wanted to do that for a while, but just haven't had the chance or the opportunity to do it. The other thing also is, like the mods that Jack uses, most of the time I use a lot of mods when I did Survival Under Fire, but the thing I did was, like compass mod was on there, maybe add a couple weapons. The main turret replacement that I put onto the game was Northwind Weapons, and the reason being was Northwind Weapons a lot of the big stuff has a carousel, so you've got to sacrifice putting a carousel in your ship and everything to make it all work, which is great. Jack makes a really cool series. I'm not a fan of his ships, except for the Vengeance. Yeah. Wait, oh, hold up now. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna have to get my kid here in about 15 minutes, guys. Yeah, I know it sucks, but I've been on here for, let's see, how long have we been? How long have we been live streaming today? I did a pretty good live stream. Yeah, 2 hours. Not bad. Not bad at all. But that's the breaks when you got a job and family and all that. So I get my kid. The problem is she's gonna come in. She's gonna want to play her tablet or play on one of her games. Well, no, she's grounded from her tablet actually. But she got smart with her mom, and her mom said, "Okay, get your grounded from the tablet." Told my wife, I said, "Here's the thing. Back in the day, we had to get spanking. Our families had to beat us to make us all mind. I don't have to do that nowadays. My kid has such cool stuff. Taking it away from her is almost like is a pain worse than death. Apparently, she just loses it when I take away her tablet. She's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." Like the apology comes out. I wish I didn't do it. I'd take it back if I could, Mom. But it's what she's a good kid most of the time. I just awesome. So I'll get done reading through these comments, and then I've got to get some shoes on and go get her, cause her grandma is not feeling good today. But anyway, let's see. Get Brock descended into ducking his own torpedo or sucking. The Vengeance is a pile of modded weapons that can hurt sim speed by itself. Yes, it does that, but it is a cool design. I will say it's a cool design. The thing I'm trying to do right now with the Missouri is come up with a design that looks good, but still does the stair stepping effect. So like each stair step looks like it is a necessary design in the system and not something you have to do to make it go down or break down in it. William, LOL. By the way, I would love to see a battle between his vengeance and the battleship you're making last stream, Badger. The problem with the Missouri fighting the Vengeance is probably going to have more guns, but the Missouri's main cannons can fire a scatter shot shell, which is almost impossible to dodge. So the sheer number of damage, the Vengeance would probably be jumping out of battle. Plus, the Missouri is going to have shields, and its armor is going to be strategic. Despite her size, she's going to be fast. That's the design. I'm going by American battleship doctrine, which is we're going to build the fastest, hardest hitting ship we can build, so we can fuck around and get out before we find out. Like I should do a video sometime of the first battleship, which is the one made by the United States. The United States started battleship doctrine, started building it, and then we were the last ones to build the best battleship before it was over with. The Iowa class is probably one of the most advanced ships on the planet in terms of battleship designs. Just wait till I'm back in Space Engineers. Yeah, yeah. By the way, like I said, it's 3:05. I got to be out of here by 3:15. I'll show you clowns a ship. Oh yeah, you should do that, Jack Dawes. You should put it up on the Discord, and we'll all take a look at it. I'll show y'all vanilla design. Jack Dawes here gonna take the vanilla system to places we've never seen before. Do you stream often? I've been watching your vids for years and found this pleasant surprise. Recently, the last month, I have been doing a stream regularly because I wanted to do streaming, get back into it, and I saw a video with Thorson on Pirate Software. Y'all probably know him, and he said the best thing to do, he said, to get successful at Steam is to stream every day. Doesn't matter what it is, stream every day. I was like, yeah, I will. Yes, William here, bruh. HMS Dreadnought was the first battleship. It was the first battleship in concept, but the first dedicated battleship that was ever designed from the ground up as a battleship. The Dreadnought was built. I believe it was some type of ship before. It wasn't a warship, and they converted it to a warship because it was so big, and they threw a whole bunch of turrets, and it did great. But then the U.S. came in, I think, at the Battle of Guadalcanal, and pulled out a battleship, the first battleship ever built, and it would have kicked the HMS Dreadnought's ass with the durability. The durability of the one there, the durability of the battleship the Americans, like we built the first time, was so fucking buoyant. I believe it took 4 through shots through the deck, meaning the enemy dropped a mortar onto the deck and it didn't stop till it hit the seabed, and the thing still sat there and fought, I believe, for 4 or 5 days. It just held ground. That thing did not leave. Like, you hear what is it Space Doc says about the Donager? It stands there in just pure middle finger energy. That's all that thing is. It was just pure. You hear about the damage that thing went through, all the firepower it took, and it was just like sitting here, one giant middle finger to the entire coastline. Like, yeah, keep trying, boys. That thing was nuts. You compare it to the battleships of the day. The U.S. built the first purpose-built battleships. Everyone else was taking battleships. They were taking like hotels and tankers and stuff that were still large ships, had lots of steel, and they were just throwing as many turrets on there as they could. The U.S. comes in and says, we're going to build a purpose-built ship. We're going to build big guns for it, and we're going to put the guns on turrets because we already did the turret thing with the monitor, and we're going to build it like a raft so that when they shoot the thing, it's going to go right through the hull, and we're going to be like, yep, y'all hit us. Now try again. May we have another. That's all that was. I'll have to do a video on that thing because that ship, up until that point, most of your battleships We're not built like that thing. I got to remember what the stupid name of it was. I'm doing something similar with the Missouri. So most of her firepower goes in one direction, but then she's got a lot of armor protecting her on the sides. So that would hopefully be if the shield went down, she could hold out. We appear to have an enemy, folks. Oh, it's a private sale. Anyway, I'm gonna put my guy up in here, and I'm gonna take off. It is 3:09, unfortunately, folks, and I'm gonna have to. I have been enlisted in saving my kid from the prison that is our school system right now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm doing this now uh, as just a regular thing. It's going to be every Tuesday at around 12 if I can get onto it. Or read one more comment here I got from Jack Dawes. The way I design ships, they can be ripped apart Swiss cheese and still fight and fly, and with efficient use of connections to not overload the game too much. Yeah. If you want something really good, I don't know if any of y'all has seen it. I figure y'all have seen it already. It's over 1,000 views right now. Is the baffled? That was the last video I did recently. Was the baffled hydrogen tanks? People are loving that one because you can make some really cool. It makes nacelles on warships a great idea now. I'm doing something pretty similar with the Missouri's system. It's going to have some baffled fuel tanks in it, so it's even if it takes a hit, the thing just sits there and just turns itself back up and says, "Okay, we're going to keep fighting now." But anyway, as usual, folks, I am Badger Wild saying, "Stay safe, stay frosty out there," and I will see you guys. I'll be having a video come out. Hopefully, I'll be able to know a little bit more about the signal update. I've been messing around with it, learned a bit more stuff about it, and hopefully I'll be able to give you guys an update on that so we can come up with some really good ideas. Who knows? I might be able to find a way, if they put it in there, to send sounds to other people. At which point, I don't know.